Real quick, before the video actually begins, I want to jump in here and share with you guys some fragrances that are not in this video, that could have made the video, but I honestly just forgot to include them. So shame on me. And I want to take this time to tell you guys about a great way you can sample fragrances, especially some of the ones you see in this video. I meant to include fragrances like Acqua di Parma, Bergamoto di Calabria, beautiful fragrance coming from Decant X here. Also Creed Aventus Cologne, which I think I do prefer over the current batches of regular Aventus. Perfect summer fragrances, ones that could have made this list that fit into the topic, which is again, high heat fragrances, stuff to keep you cool and fresh when the heat is on. And something that's awesome about Decant X that is new is that they now have these brand new little custom lipstick atomizers, and they come in a multitude of colors here. They sent me 3. This one is awesome. This is actually, ooh, look at that. Kind of looks like blood. Yeesh. This is coming from Byredo. This is called Tobacco Mandarin, one of their newest fragrances. This one is actually coming from Nishane. This is Wulong Cha. I'm so happy I get to sample this one. Come on in. I'm filming the insert to the video that you're about to be in. And of course we have YSL Tuxedo, which actually has no business being in this video. But just wanted to let you guys know that Decant X is a great place to get a lot of the fragrances you're gonna see in this video or any other fragrances really in general. So enjoy. What's up, Fragrant World? Welcome back to another Stay Fresh production. My name is Justin Copeland, and once again today I'm joined by...
I'm Grace.
We're back. Slightly different setup here with waning light, so we're gonna work as quickly as we can. Today we're talking about a topic that I got requested from a lot of you, which is high heat summer fragrances. There's a lot of you guys who live in very, very hot climates, especially when the summer rolls around, and some of the fragrances that I talk about may not suffice. They might be even a little bit too heavy for you. So you're looking for something that's gonna be extremely fresh, maybe, you know, kind of bitter or invigorating, something that's gonna thrive with some heat. We're actually experiencing a heat wave here where we are, so a lot of these would be perfect as well. Anyway, we're gonna have Grace smell 10 fragrances here, and you're just gonna rate them. Keeping it simple. Everybody loves it. Let's get right to it. So we'll turn around. We're gonna do these blindly. I'm gonna show you guys the bottle and then I'll spray it. Okay, and we're doing openings here just to save time. Here's your first fragrance.
This smells great.
Okay.
Green, kind of citrusy, very fresh.
Yeah.
Spicy on the dry down.
Okay.
Sexy.
Really? Wow, it's fresh and it would do well in super hot weather.
Yeah, I think it'd be amazing.
Okay, what do you rate this out of 10?
Wow, this smells really good. I'm just gonna go with like a 7.5.
Okay, it's not like a blow you away, but it's solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was, on the initial spray, it's even like more impressive.
Yeah, it settles down pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty light scent. It doesn't last all that long.
As it dries, it smells a little bit more, maybe like a crowd pleaser, like very accessible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stick one 7.5.
Yeah.
All right. This is coming from a brand called Tropon, and they are known to make spirits and cognacs. They've been doing that for like hundreds of years. They started making fragrances within the past, I don't know, 10 years or so. This is one that they call Luminesce, the Humanist, and it is a juniper berry scent.
Oh, okay.
Primarily based around juniper berry. It has this gin-like vibe.
Definitely can smell the gin.
Yeah, it's very, very fresh, very cooling. Kind of green, I would say, for sure, from that juniper berry. A little bit of a sweet, almost citrusy, fruity quality in there. It doesn't have a lot of legs, so it doesn't last that long, unfortunately. But I think it's great if you just want something on for, 3 to 5 hours. You're gonna be outside. This is a great one to smell. Very pleasant during the daytime.
You don't want it to be too strong in the summer anyway.
Yeah, exactly. If you didn't know, the heat actually amplifies a fragrance, and depending on the qualities of the scent, if it's sweet, it gets sweeter, which is not great for the heat, but some of you still might do it. I'm not gonna stop you.
I'm not gonna stop you.
But in general, very fresh, especially bitter. Bitter is a great quality for a fragrance in the heat. When it's bitter and the heat hits it, it actually gets fresher. and it can be very good for that. So something to keep in mind.
Good to know.
All right, so 7.5 for Luminesce. On to the next one. Turn around.
Learning something new every day. Over here at Stay Fresh Productions.
That's what we want. Here's our
I didn't
next.
see it, don't worry.
Wonderful. Here's our next scent.
This is also great.
I'm actually
Very
surprised. I'm surprised. What kind of images does this conjure for you?
This smells really familiar and I can't place what I'm smelling.
Okay.
Also, obviously, pretty fresh on the opening. Also, kind of a little bit sweet.
There's a little bit of, kind of a fruity quality in there. Would you say it smells like marine-like in any way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely leans like more on the aquatic side.
Definitely. Yeah, totally. So we got fruity. We have kind
It
of
does kind of
aquatic.
have a little bit of a saltiness
It
to
does.
it. Yeah.
Yes, it totally does.
Especially as it dries down, it smells more and more kind of like the sea, but in a great way.
Great. Great. What would you rate this?
I like it.
Wow.
Yeah, 7.8.
Okay. So a little bit better than the previous one, but still not
I
scraping
like
the
it
top.
a lot.
I mean, that's a good rating.
I'll say, I'm
That's
gonna
a good
give it an
rating.
8.
That's fine.
Yeah.
8. Okay. So let me tell you what you gave an 8 to. This is from Dolce & Gabbana. This is
Oh.
a designer scent. You can get this fairly inexpensively on the discounters.
Do it.
It's called Light Blue.
Oh, really?
Intense.
Probably have positive associations with it, which is why.
I was actually thinking you might not like this one. I was
Really?
thinking that maybe you're not crazy about overly salty aquatics. It seems like I was wrong.
It's a scent memory for me of something, but I can't place it, which is why it smells familiar.
Okay.
Like maybe I had a friend that wore it or something.
So 8 out of 10 for Light Blue O Intense. Podcast, there we go. Okay, you guys will see. You are good to go when you are ready.
Ready?
There you go.
Wow. This one smells like green,
Mm-hmm.
like green citrus too, like maybe bergamot
I think so, perhaps.
and woodsy.
Well, I'll tell you, you're smelling, in terms
Fresh,
of green,
yeah.
you really nailed that. There's a lot of basil and mint
Oh
in
yeah.
this one, so it's very aromatic.
Yep. That.
But
mint
there are
is coming
citruses
out.
for sure as well.
This smells great. Yeah, you can definitely smell the herbs, the herbal quality. It might also have some lemon in it too.
There could be a medley of citruses.
Yeah, but it's
in
all
there.
very bright, fresh.
Yeah.
There's nothing too deep. There's nothing really deep about it, or it's not overly pungent. I feel like it's a great scent. I feel like most people would like it.
Okay.
8.
8.
Yeah.
All right. So you gave an 8 to a fragrance from Creed. This is called Royal Water.
I've never smelled this.
Yeah, you haven't smelled this one yet.
Is it new?
No, this came out in the 90s.
Really?
And to me, when I smell it, it does give me a little tiny bit of this mature vibe. Maybe not dated, but like an older gentleman might wear this. But
don't get
but a
that,
lot of people don't. It's kind of a polarizing
Okay.
thing. But I felt that way ever since I first smelled it, but I
Yeah.
love it. I think it is a very refined and put together scent, but without being too serious.
Right.
Well blended, great quality stuff. 8 out of 10. Not really much talked about. People don't really give this one a lot of
Never
love.
heard of it till this moment.
Well, now you know. I'll have to give Royal Water somewhere around Grace because I want compliments.
And I like to give compliments.
Okay. Here's our next bottle. All right. There you go.
Number 4. Ooh, this is different. This smells like there's a lot of citruses at the top, but there's also kind of like this bloom quality.
Bloom. Okay.
Like a spring, kind of smells like the outside air in the springtime.
Interesting. I know some of the notes here. There could be a few that I'm not aware of or that are like they're on the website that I haven't looked at yet. So you could be nailing some of this. I'm not sure.
It's definitely a little bit sweet.
Yeah, totally. How do you feel about this?
It's not my favorite,
Okay.
but it's not
Unpleasant.
unpleasant in any way. I'm not exactly even sure why it's not my favorite
Okay. Just like it's not hitting you.
right now on paper. Have I smelled it before?
Maybe, but not officially.
Okay, maybe like a 7.
Okay.
Yeah,
7.
there's nothing wrong with it.
All right. So this is coming from Gallagher Fragrances. This
pear.
is his newest one so far called Overt.
Oh, I really liked this. Maybe I smelled it on your skin.
I think you did smell it on me. On the skin, it's a little bit more woody. So there's a lot of lemon. There's green mandarin, which is actually what makes it green. It's a natural green from the green mandarin.
I loved this on you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, on you, I think I would probably give it like an 8.5 or a 9 even. I really liked it on you.
I didn't know it had that kind of impact. I remember you said you liked it. But yeah, there's some cardamom in there, which adds a fresh spiciness. It dries down to some musk and some vetiver. On my skin, the vetiver comes out a lot.
Yeah.
Because that's what my skin likes.
I remember you telling me that, and you really like it.
I do. It's mouth-watering for me. When you first spray it on, the citrus is coming together. There's a sweetness in there as well, so my mouth is watering just now. But it does kind of transform a bit, turns more dry, woody, musky, but still keeping a bit of a freshness.
Let's go with like an 8.5, because that's what I remember when you were wearing it.
Okay.
And we'll give it a fair rating on paper to do it justice.
So as you guys already know, obviously this is not the perfect scenario to experience fragrances. As you can see, some of these fragrances would be ranked higher on skin. So, take it as a grain of salt.
But his entire body would be covered with fragrance.
Exactly, and we're not doing that right now. But 8.5 for Overt, at least to start. This is definitely worth sampling if you can. It's really great for the summer.
So good, and the packaging is so cute.
Yeah, really, really nice stuff here. Okay, next, this one here. Let's see, there we go. How's your nose?
Great.
I know that. What do you think?
This smells familiar. I'm getting a lot of like white florals.
You would be correct.
It's not overly fresh, but it is still that same, walking down Blooming Avenue type of vibe.
That's where you want to be, guys, I guess. Yes, okay.
There is more citrus at rest, yeah.
How do you feel about it? It's kind of
I'm on the fence about it.
Okay.
I have a hard time with white florals. As a white floral scent, I like this one a lot more than some I've smelled.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it, and I'm liking it more as it dries.
Yeah, there's some depth to this one. That's kind of unexpected.
Changes.
Yeah.
7.5.
Better than I expected.
Yeah, it changes quite a bit.
It changes, yeah.
So this is another light one. Doesn't last all that long. That's why it's changing so quickly.
Okay.
It evaporates very quick. This is from Tom Ford. It's called Mandarina di Amalfi Aqua.
I was gonna ask if there was mandarin in it.
Yes.
I should have just said it.
Yes, always trust your gut. Just let it come out. That's what I've learned the most. Yeah. So mandarin orange is the prominent citrus. Maybe some other white florals, maybe a touch of jasmine or something. Apparently there's like a base of like amber and even like civet, which is an animalic note, which I don't really get. It might just add this kind of, just a little bit more oomph to it.
Pungent.
Yes, it doesn't last that long. I get maybe 5 hours out of it, but similar to Luminesce, if you're going out for the day, just for a few hours, it's great for that. I think it's quite unisex. I think anyone could wear this. Would you wear this?
Yeah.
7.5.
Yeah.
There you go. It's the bottle.
It smells like it has vanilla. Or coconut.
It's funny you would say coconut. I think I know what this could be reminding you of. Maybe you don't have the name of it in mind, but you might have the scent of it in mind. No coconut, no vanilla, but it does smell reminiscent to another fragrance that kind of does have that vibe.
Okay, I'm not sure what I'm smelling, but I'm getting like this kind of a little bit of sweetness.
Yes.
Like it's not super interesting or complex, fairly basic.
Okay.
At least on paper.
What do you rate it?
7. There's nothing about it that's unpleasant, but it doesn't wow me.
It's not remarkable.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is coming from Molinard, which is, depending on where you purchase from, a pretty inexpensive or accessible niche house. This is called Fig, or Figue, but it's based around fig. Fig fruit, maybe some citrus, some green notes in there, some musk,
These are
some
all
florals.
new.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, I wanted to prioritize fragrances that Grace hasn't really smelled on camera or talked about much on camera.
Because we've done summer scents, we've done fresh scents.
There was a few that I could have put here, like your Raja Oceania. I could have put Chandran 3 AM, some of my favorites, but we've
covered
seen it.
those.
We've seen it, so I'm trying to change it up here.
Link those vids.
They're linked here and down below.
They're great. If you haven't seen them, watch them.
Yes.
Also subscribe.
Thank you. To me, this smells a little bit like Filosicos.
Yes.
Which
That's
is also
what I was.
a green fig that has coconut in it.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
That's what I figured when you started saying coconut.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think Filosicos is on your mind, which is a great scent.
It's a
That could
great
have been
scent.
here too. I think that's maybe a
That's
little
in
bit
the
more.
summer video.
Yes, our beach fragrances.
Beach video, that's what I mean.
think that one's a little bit more remarkable than this.
I agree.
This is also a lot cheaper, but still decent quality. Maybe just not quite as interesting.
Yeah.
But it's a great accessible fig fragrance. I think it smells nice. Something again where during the daytime, kind of a throwaway, but it's not your super generic scent. So it will attract some decent attention because it doesn't smell like everything out there. But there are more interesting fragrances for sure.
Yeah.
So 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Here's the next fragrance. Really, really curious what you'll think of this.
I love this.
Okay. You love this.
Yeah.
Wow. Is this like your favorite so far?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that depressing?
No,
Or
it's
exciting?
surprising. It is surprising.
Really?
You'll see. What is it about this that you like?
I don't know.
I'm getting it from here. I really do enjoy it too.
Do you? I don't know. Have you worn this?
Yes, I have.
A lot?
No.
Oh. This smells like, kind of like a man's man scent.
Yes. Yes. Very masculine.
It's kind of like maybe what you would want all men to smell like in the summer.
That's heavy. Let's let that air out. Oh my god.
On a certain day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, man, what would I like a fresh man walking past me to smell like?
I totally get what you mean.
Maybe like a little shower jelly, a little.
Yeah.
So in that way, I'm like, maybe it's mass appeal. It could be designer. I have no idea.
Okay.
Kind of spicy.
Okay. So I think there's pink pepper in there.
Just gonna say 9. What is this? Is it like $20?
No, it's not.
Okay.
This is Creed Viking cologne.
No way!
Which
I hated on him.
On me, I guess in the deep dry down, it has been maybe 5 hours.
Oh, I'm getting it now. That's so funny. The initial opening is amazing.
Yeah.
The dry down is terrible.
How would you describe the dry down? What is it about it that you don't like?
I can smell it now.
It's coming back.
It's awful.
If I had never told you.
It smells like, well, I think if we come back to the paper, it doesn't smell like that at all in the opening. Maybe it's on skin. Okay, guys.
You haven't tried the opening
This is
on my
just,
skin.
this is me shooting you straight. Okay. You just heard all that crap I just said about this. I'm gonna need you to erase it all. Because when I smelled this on Justin, I hated it.
And this is the only fragrance
And I smelled
you've
it.
ever encountered where you said, I don't like that.
I didn't like it. It smelled like sweaty. I thought that he wasn't wearing a fragrance. And he was just like, had like showered but then was sweaty. It has this like weird, like dirty water vibe on the dry down, and I don't like it. So unfortunately that rating cannot stand.
Okay.
Because this is shown its true colors. But in the opening, if
you
it's
wanna rate
just
the
on
opening
paper, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But on skin with the dry down, and now that it's resting on the paper, you can smell it.
Yeah. It has a very woody, dry down sandalwood, patchouli, maybe some olibanum, which is like a resin.
But it smells so bad.
It really.
And I asked him not to wear it ever again.
Yeah. So I've been avoiding wearing this around you for that reason. That's sad. But I kind of.
So sad.
It is what it is. You can't lie.
The opening is so good.
The opening is really, really
It's
invigorating
amazing.
and vibrant.
Oh, so
Mandarin
sad.
orange and maybe lemon.
It's so pretty. It really does. You're like, oh, I'd like everyone to smell like this, and then the dry down, it just dies.
It kind
and
of
smells like dirty
loses
water.
It kind of does. I still kind of like it, but I can see where you're coming from. Anyway, moving on. We'll lay that to rest. All right, here's the next bottle. Geez, it's getting a little dark here, but That's okay. Okay.
Nice, kind of florally. Back to the white florals again.
Yeah, neroli.
Not a bad scent, not maybe my favorite.
Okay, what do you rate
We'll
it?
stick it an 8 because I think it would be nice on skin.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
This is one you have smelled from
Oh
Box
yeah,
Farm.
I like
Green
this
water.
one.
Yeah, very fresh. There might be mint in there. It's very green, and neroli as well, for
Yeah.
sure. And it's all like a lot of natural ingredients in here, so it doesn't last very long. But like all the
But
others,
it's great.
It's all good. Very fresh. Okay, next one. Okay. I think I know what's gonna happen with this.
I love this.
Really?
Yeah.
It's Creed Viking cologne again. No, I'm kidding. It's
Stop
not.
doing it.
I'm kidding. You love this.
Yeah.
Wow. What is it about it?
Why, do I not love it on you?
No, I don't think I've ever had you smell it. I'm just surprised.
Why?
It's perhaps not quite as complex as other fragrances
It's
that
not.
you might like.
It's just spicy and basic and manly, and it's kind of shower jelly. It's honestly reminds me of the opening. Creed Viking cologne that I just smelled. It smells great.
Okay.
It's fresh and it's lovely. 8.5.
Wow. And this is the cheapest
Of course it is.
on this list. I forgot to show the bottle ahead of time. This is called Authenticity for Men.
Be authentic and buy it, especially if it's cheap.
I think,
You won't regret it for
no, I
those
think
hot
it's
summer
like
days.
40 bucks. Citrus, musk, and
Spicy
spices.
and-
yeah.
yeah.
It is kind of a generic scent, but it's a long-lasting freshen. This still lasts like 12 hours.
Wow.
Stays fresh pretty much the whole time.
Pun intended.
Again, it's not gonna break the bank.
All right, cool.
So that's
Moving forward.
wow. I was thinking it's like, yeah, it's kind of basic. I don't care, but it seemed like it appealed.
For
All right.
whatever reason, I'm into those shower gel scents tonight.
I mean, final one. Don't look. Here's the last one before we lose all of our light. Okay.
Oh,
You ready? No pressure. You don't have to love it, but hopefully you at least like it.
oh. I feel like you always save the best for last. Is that intentionally?
Not exactly. I kind of make the calls as I go, and I kind of figure out how things are going. It's like, okay, if we're gonna end with the best one that's left, then I'll try to go in that route. But so this is your favorite
I like
one.
this one. Yeah, it's kind of like lemony, kind of a little bit green, and very fresh. Have I smelled this on you?
I'm not sure if you smelled it on me, but you've smelled it before.
It smells great. 9.
The best so far?
Yeah.
The best one.
Yeah.
It goes to Hermes H24.
I love this one.
Which you
and I've
smelled in
smelled it on
Chicago.
you.
Yeah, and maybe on me as
Yeah,
well.
you wore it the last day.
Oh, that's right, I did. Look at this memory. What in the world? I didn't even remember that.
We both wore it the last day.
That's right. On the day we left. Yeah, you're right. I remember now.
That's why. See, the problem is that when you have, or the good thing, you'll build associations with certain fragrances, and then it's kind of an unfair rating. Because this may not be a 9 out of these, but it's a 9 for me because it's great. It's a beautiful scent. You'll love it, but it's also the memory too.
That's right. So your mileage may vary. But nonetheless, at the
great.
very least, a pleasant fragrance.
Very pleasant.
Yeah.
Unisex, we've both worn it.
Wow. Yeah. I think it's marketed for men, but I agree. I think it could be unisex.
I mean, it's just fresh and nice.
Yeah, this
especially
is-
if you're a spicier lady.
There you go. This is based around a lot of greenness, clary sage, narcissus. And
Not to be confused with narcissist.
That's right. Don't be that. Some kind of wood in here. I don't remember what the wood is. They don't give you much here. Hermes has been very cryptic lately with their note breakdowns. They give you like 3 or 4 notes, but there's more going on here. There's definitely citruses, which they don't list. There's also this like metallic accord,
That's right.
which is
I
supposed
remember
to, I think it's
talking
called sclerine, which is a aroma chemical, and some people say it smells like an iron press shirt in a way.
about that. Okay.
Anyway, it smells great. Definitely the best one here so far. If this was number 1, it seems like number 2 would be Authenticity at an 8.5 in this context.
Yes. We'll just
too.
say top 2.
Yeah.
These are also great. We'll pop these up.
Yeah,
well,
go
these
for
3
it.
are great. Top 5.
Sure,
Get 'em all.
why not? Hold them all up.
Hold them all.
There we go. So buy all of these right now, all of them.
Ding, 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 ding.
There's gonna be links down below. Fun as always. Thank you for your invaluable opinions. So those are some hot weather scents that you can wear when it's like the sun is overhead and it's just like
reminding you of how small you are and how fragile your skin is because it's so dang hot.
but I think you like that.
I love it.
Okay. Anyway, please join the Fresh Squad. You do that by subscribing, and you're fresh. Almost as fresh as Grace, but definitely fresher. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. See you in the next one.